and the privilege to be here this morning. We ask that your spirit will be with us, your angels will hover around this place, and that this morning's ceremony will able to go a long way to help improve the agricultural sector and improve the livelihood of our farmers and the people of Dominica. We pray your blessing upon those who are here and those who will be leading out in this session. Let your name be praised and may you be honored. All praise, all glory be thine unto you. The giver of life is my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Honorable Roland Roye, Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, Honorable Fenella Wenham Shepherd, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence, and also the Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth constituency. Other ministers, I want to especially welcome Dr. Vince Henderson, Minister for Foreign Affairs, other colleagues, the Cabinet Secretary, the Director of Agriculture and staff. I also want to recognize His Excellency Lin Shanzhang, I hope I get that right, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. Franklin Maglo, Team Leader for the North Agricultural Region, other officials of the Ministry of Agriculture, other officials of the Chinese Agricultural Mission, media, students, farmers, welcome. Today is a historic moment for us. Today we're here to witness the signing of agricultural materials from the Chinese Agricultural Mission. At this time, we want to acknowledge the presence that the Chinese Agricultural Mission has made in Dominica. This has helped support our Sustainable Development Program, expansion of vegetable and fruit tree subsector. The Chinese mission has also given significant support to our school program, and so we are very thankful for the impact that the Chinese Agricultural Mission has done so far. So we'll move right along. I will want to invite the parliamentary representative for the Portsmouth.
Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Honorable Roland Roye, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, other ministers of government, my dear colleagues, and members of cabinet, His Excellency Lin Shanzhang, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. Ryan Ansel, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, Mr. Franklin McGraw, Team Leader, the North Agricultural Region, other officials of the Ministry of Agriculture, members of the Chinese Agricultural Mission, students, farmers, members of the media. Good morning. It is with pleasure that I greet you this morning and welcome you to the receiving ceremony of the Dominica-China Modern Agricultural Center, Phase 8. More so, let me welcome you to the industrious and picturesque Portsmouth, and probably more importantly, to the possibilities that lie within and from this modern agricultural center. Is it enough to say that we are handing over the center? Is it enough to say that we are a or the breadbasket of the North? Will we well agree that to say is certainly not enough? We are to be a people that do, a people of action. What are the possibilities that exist because of this facility? Food security is not just about planting crops and vegetables. It is a sacred science touching when to plant, what is planted, and the why it is planted. Food security is about using the land gifted to us for the provision of healthy meals from the farm or backyard garden to the tables at home. The handing over here today should fuel us to want to plant and grow and sell and to diversify. Within the harvest, we have to think agro-processing and manufacturing. And when markets are out there, we have to go to them. Keep in mind too that discipline is necessary in the agriculture business. That was clearly demonstrated by those who came before us. They went to the gardens and farms each day, prayed and rested on the weekends. They did not have the facilities, scientific methods, and technology that we have today. Keep in mind that the produce and products emerging from this space are for human consumption and must be cultivated and treated with love. Keep in mind that there is a port at Portsmouth where for decades much have been shipped to the Northern Caribbean. We would like you to be consistent for those farmers and the students who go into farming, to be consistent in production when thinking about the markets that we have out there. Keep in mind that this is a modern agricultural center. There's a science behind what is done in this center, which means that much learning has to take place here. Learn from those who have handed us the center, and learn from those who will work Learn from those who have handed you the center, and learn from those who will work with in keeping the center thriving as one of science with its attendant methodologies. Finally, keep in mind that your produce and products are nourishing, that Dominica is emerging as a country with the better agricultural produce, that your corporation can make this center one of the best places for learning and training others. Basically, you, me, us, we are agriculture. It is a business of export and income. You are also learning and training. You are therefore education in agricultural science environment. Indeed, you are health, wellness and fitness, culture and awareness. You are also contributors to our tourism. Those who come to our shores should eat what is grown here. I am truly excited about the learning and economic possibilities that this center offers at this stage in Dominica's development, given all that is unfolding around us in terms of energy and travel. This place and center offers so many development and learning possibilities. The government and the people of Dominica are truly grateful to the government and people of the People's Republic of China. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you very much, especially my friends, Honorable Ms. Hansen, Minister for Foreign Affairs, and members of Cabinet, and Mr. Ryan Ensign, Permanent Secretary, Acting Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, and Mr. Franklin McGraw, Team Leader, North Agricultural Region, and other officials of the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Sun Hanjie, and members of the Chinese Agricultural Mission, and members of media, and my colleagues from the embassy. Good morning. I feel honored to join you at the receiving ceremony for the 8th phase of the China-Dominica Agricultural Technical Cooperation Project. And I have seen the pictures of the project yesterday and was truly impressed by the innovative hydroponic system showcase. The hydroponic farming, which addresses soil-related challenges in greenhouse cultivation, marks a notable advancement in the agricultural sector of this beautiful island. This development promises increased production of leafy vegetables like lettuce, cabbage, celery alongside tomatoes, bell peppers, and cantaloupe, and other fruit crops. I eagerly look forward to tasting the delicious outcomes of these efforts and witnessing the positive impact they will undoubtedly have on the community. And I'm very pleased to know that the current shipment also includes essential supplies for greenhouse maintenance, irrigation systems, tools, seed starting materials, and notably the tractor, rototillers, and seed starting kits still be distributed to other agricultural stations and farmers, facilitating the diffusion and application of technology to enhance agriculture in Dominica. In 2005, the Chinese government launched the Agricultural Team Cooperation Project with Dominica, signifying nearly 2 decades of fruitful collaboration. With steadfast support from Honorable Prime Minister and leaders and colleagues of the Ministry for Agriculture, Fishery, Blue and Green Economy of Dominica, this partnership has yielded remarkable results. And in particular, the China-Dominica Modern Agricultural Center has served as a base for the successful introduction of numerous economic crops such as color peppers, cantaloupe, and dragon fruit. And this center, recognized as the largest seed breeding base and technology exchange platform in the region, has played a pivotal role in introducing high-level, high-value crops and diffusing technical expertise to the local community. And in November 2023, Mr. Shen Haojie, head of the Chinese Agriculture Mission, was honored with the Meritorious Service Award for his commendable more than 18-year contribution to the country's agricultural sector. And soon his 7 colleagues are hailed as the most popular people among local farmers, embodying the enduring friendship and cooperation between China and Dominica. The China-Dominica Agricultural Technical Cooperation has been a journey of shared efforts and significant achievements. I fully understand that the journey has not been without challenges. Navigating multiple natural disasters together, the Chinese agriculture experts and their Dominican colleagues have demonstrated an unbreakable, resilient, and tenacious spirit. It is the strength of trust and friendship that has propelled China-Dominica Agricultural Cooperation into a new historical chapter. And I salute the Chinese agricultural expert team and their Dominican colleagues on this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, as we commemorate the 20th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between our two countries this year, I take immense pride in the remarkable progress achieved through China-Dominica cooperation in the area of agriculture, education, healthcare, infrastructure, and other sectors. And these initiatives have significantly contributed to the enhanced economic landscape of Dominica and improved living standards of its citizens. Looking forward, China is enthusiastic about deepening practical cooperation with our Dominican friends. And I'm confident that China and Dominica, as good brothers and close partners, will collaboratively elevate bilateral relations to new heights. And in a few days, we're going to celebrate the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Dragon. And this in Saturday. And in the Chinese culture, the dragon is often associated with control over
Roye, a farmer by profession. And yes, he's first a farmer. So welcome, Honorable Roye.
Thank you, P.S. Anselm. First, let me recognize the Honorable Prime Minister, Elizabeth Carried, the Ambassador to the Republic of China, the Ambassador of the Republic of China to Dominica, People's Republic of China to Dominica, Cabinet colleagues, Cabinet Secretary, staff of the Chinese Technical Mission, staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, my colleague Pal Rep from Portsmouth Finema Women Shepherd. We have students from the Portsmouth Secondary School, media, invited guests. Good morning. It is with great pleasure that I provide brief remarks at this short but significant ceremony. The receipt of this agricultural equipment and tools under the 8th phase of the Chinese Agricultural Technical Cooperation at a value of $750,000 has further solidified the agricultural cooperation between the People's Republic of China and the government of Dominica. This intervention is another testament that the government of Dominica is keeping to its promises to farmers as we put the necessary systems and programs in place to transform the agricultural sector to meet our 700 by 2030 target. This Dominica-China Modern Agricultural Center over the years has provided support to several farmers across the island and also serves as a training ground for many students. The equipment and tools which we will officially receive today include 2 hydroponics demonstration systems, which complements government effort in the modernization of the agricultural production systems as we work to meet the growing demand for fresh vegetables on the island. Climate change has triggered several weather variabilities which have significantly affected the production of key commodities. This has led to the scarcity of vegetables during certain periods of the year, which has further justified the need to to take the time to get familiar with the technology at our modern agricultural complex right here at 1 Mile, so you can make sound investment decisions. Some of the benefits to this technology include eliminating the need for soil, so the incidences of pests and diseases will be significantly reduced, conserving water, as the water used can be recycled repeatedly, facilitating predictability and seasonality so crops can be grown year-round and yields can be forecasted, the ability to grow crops faster and maximize species and requires less labor, and the crop provides higher yields. The Honorable Prime Minister is an advocate for the use of this technology and has been pushing for the establishment of commercial systems so we can increase the production of key commodities while contributing to the overall import substitution program. Just last week, we conducted site visits with a hydroponic specialist from Sunrise Green Tech out of Canada to determine a suitable location for commercial hydroponics facilities and to advise on layout and designs and also an appropriate model for its operation. But the investment in technology does not stop here. Just a stone throw away from where we are gathered, we are witnessing the construction of a tissue culture lab, which is valued at over $10 million. Its construction is nearing completion and should be commissioned in the first half of this year. The lab will have the capacity to produce approximately 500,000 plants in one cycle, which will significantly boost our capacity to make clean planting material readily available in large quantities. These investments demonstrate the government's commitment to the development of the agricultural sector and the attention that has been placed on ensuring that we invest in key agricultural infrastructure that will facilitate the transformation that we have been working towards. Our Chinese friends have been very good to us, and in the next few months, we'll receive additional machinery, including 2 large tractors and 10 medium-sized tractors with the necessary implements for land preparation, and also 20 tillers. This investment of over $1.1 million will greatly assist us as we address the issues of farm labor and the overall productivity of farms, and also complement our initiative in revamping the agricultural engineering unit. We have also submitted the request for the extension of Phase 9 of the corporation with an overall project investment of $7,466,000. This phase will include technical and material support in new areas such as aquaculture and the expansion of sheltered agriculture technology. In closing, I want to again express our gratitude to the Chinese Technical Mission for the equipment and supplies which will ensure the better maintenance, operation, and upgrade of the Dominica-China Modern Agricultural Center to better serve the broader farmer community. I would also like to reiterate the Ministry's commitment to this cooperation and more so to the overall development of the agricultural sector. Let me take this opportunity to wish the Chinese ambassador and our friends from the Agricultural Technical Mission a happy Chinese New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Royer, for reminding us and highlighting the government's investment in agriculture and the commitment to technology and transfer of innovation. At this time, I would join me in inviting the Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerrit, to address you.
Thank you very much. Let me recognize our Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Roland Roy, my cabinet colleagues, Honorable Finola Wenham Shepherd, our parliamentary representative for the Portsmouth constituency, our dear ambassador of the People's Republic of China, His Excellency Lin, and the staff of the Chinese Embassy, our dear friends from the Agricultural Technical Mission, ladies and gentlemen, staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, friends all, good morning. I am very happy to be here this morning to witness the handing over of material and other support to the agricultural sector by the People's Republic of China. I promise you I won't keep you long, because once we speak agriculture, I can go on for a very long time. And just to say that for me as Prime Minister and for the entire government, agriculture remains the #1 priority in our country. And we will continue to work with partners like the Chinese to continue our investments in agriculture to ensure its sustainability. There's no doubt that the relationship between Dominica and China have resulted in tremendous positive benefits to the people of Dominica in every sphere of our development. And Ambassador, I remember when I met with the Vice President of the People's Republic of China in Jamaica in 2005, and I said to him I wish for China to support us in agriculture. Within 2 weeks of that meeting, the team came to Dominica to establish the technical mission in Dominica. And since then, we have seen all of those years of tremendous investments in agriculture by the People's Republic of China. So I want to say thank you very much. There's no doubt the Chinese technology that we have witnessed here and we have seen transferred to the farmers have assisted us in our food security. And as the years go by, we are strengthening that partnership and collaboration to ensure it helps the farmers and the farming community and agricultural sector even more. After this short ceremony, we'll also take a tour of the tissue culture lab that is under construction. That, I believe, will help in the further transformation of agriculture in Dominica. Because with the tissue culture seedlings and plants, then we can minimize the impact of pests and diseases on the agricultural sector. Pests and diseases is a major challenge for farmers. It costs farmers a significant sum to treat pests and diseases and takes away from their profit margin. And if we can overcome this in some respects, then certainly that will help in ensuring greater profitability and less loss for our farmers. I am absolutely in support of the move towards technology in agriculture. There is no way in these modern times, with all of the environmental challenges brought on by climate change, that we ought not to advance the use of technology in agriculture more rapidly. And we, in respect to vegetables, there is no other way but technology. The use of hydroponics and other technological systems, with the challenges the world has with agricultural labor. And even in China, you have challenges with agricultural labor because of the vast economic development that has taken place. So every country in the world is challenged with agricultural labor. And we have to go the route of technology in agriculture. And hydroponics in terms of vegetables, fruits like strawberries and others, that is the way to go. And we will provide the fullest support to the Minister for Agriculture to ensure that we can use the technology in the commercial aspect of agriculture. So it's a challenge out there to existing and emerging farmers that you need to avail yourself of the technology. And what I would like to see in Dominica is that a guy can be sitting at his desk at the National Bank and he can pull up his iPad on his cell phone and look at his farm and ensure that the irrigation system is working and he can apply the fertilizer to his system. That is where we have to go. And the use of solar for the generation of electricity and energy to propel the system. So we have all of what is required to advance the use of technology in agriculture. The other issue has to do with the health and wellness. And this is where the consumers come in. People talk about agriculture, but the real power of ensuring that farmers benefit from their hard work rests with the consumers. And we as Dominicans, we as consumers must make a concerted effort to buy what is grown locally from our farmers. And if we go to the supermarkets and we demand locally produced items, then the supermarkets will sell them. And so it's important for us to buy local, to help the local economy, to help the farmers, to generate more revenue from their farms so that we can grow more and ensure food security and sustainability. And of course, with locally grown items, it will certainly assist in our health and wellness. We have to confront in a dramatic way, and I'm still not satisfied with our efforts as nationally and as citizens in respect to our fight against CNCDs. And I'll repeat to the Dominican public that CNCDs is a major health threat to our country. And not only Dominica, but the region and the world. And we can combat it by paying attention to our health, wellness, our exercise, or what we eat, what we consume. And because the high incidence of hypertension and diabetes in our country and the cost of treating those certainly will have a challenge. And if a 40-year-old with 5 children, he has his both legs amputated, I don't have to tell you what challenges this will place to the family. We all can understand it. The other thing I want to say to us is that the international airport is under construction, and the international airport will be completed by the grace of God. And therefore, we must not wait for the airport to be completed and then try to see how we're going to take advantage of the opportunities which it would provide to us. And with the support that we're receiving from the Chinese technical mission and the Chinese government, it's important for us to place ourselves in terms of floriculture and horticulture and ensure that we can have the base and to be able to supply the Caribbean and the world with cut flowers and fruits and vegetables. Because in a matter of a few hours, they can come from our farm and be in people's tables. And the world now, conscious of what they eat, would prefer buy items from our end of the world because we use less pesticides and other fertilizers. And of course, the freshness of our soil, the quality of our air, the quality of our water, all of these things add to the quality of the product and the produce that our consumers consume. So Dominica is going to be in a very unique position to supply not only the region but further afield in terms of agricultural produce. The other thing too is that more people are going to come to Dominica. And we must be in a position to supply the visitors with what we grow locally. It makes no sense if people come to our country and we have to import what they consume. It will negate the growth that you would like to see. But if we can produce what we have there, they come in the foreign exchange, they purchase with the foreign exchange what we produce, plus they spend otherwise, then one can understand the impact this will have on the economy in Dominica. And so we have to place ourselves. And so what are some of the things besides vegetables and fruits that we need to produce? I believe that we in Ministry of Agriculture, and I'm happy that the Minister is advancing this heavily, we have to go into the cultivation of coconuts and in large measure the water nuts, and to in a dramatic way engage commercial people who want to invest in this and to grow and to have a large quantity of coconut seedlings in the soil so that we can supply this. I believe that we have to go the route of citrus. We started, but I believe there needs to be a further injection of and a focus on citrus, so that we can have our lemons, our limes, our oranges, our grapefruits, our tangerines here to supply, to make fresh juices, and not only for ourselves, but the consumers are coming in. Cocoa is a high-value crop. I know we've been doing tremendous work in cocoa, but I would like to see some of the empty plots in Dominica cover the cocoa where it is conducive for growing cocoa. And of course, this can't be done by the Ministry of Agriculture. The Ministry of Agriculture's role is to put the framework in place, put the facilitation mechanism in place, assist with the supply of the planting material. It is left to us, the business people in Dominica, to come forward and to grow cocoa. Of course, we have to look at issue of mangoes, and we cannot tell a tourist that you need a mango long or otherwise you will not have enough floss to provide to the tourist to remove the threads from his teeth, But there are varieties of mangoes with no thread. And I know it is very popular in China. The plants are as tall as 3 feet. And we can have those type of mangoes, species of mangoes grown in Dominica for the commercial market, for the supermarkets, for the hotels, so that we can not only supply ourselves, but we can export, because mangoes is not something that the Caribbean really pays sufficient attention to. More in the Middle East and Pakistan and these countries where mangoes are tended to, and it's a major export. It's a major export around the world. And so we have to ensure that we can grow these things in Dominica. And of course, the good old bananas, we have to continue to ensure that the good old bananas are with us and that we can have more resistant seedlings. And of course, with the functioning and the operation of the tissue culture, we'll be able to get those planting materials from the Chinese Technical Mission to provide to farmers on a more regular basis, ongoing basis, so that you continue to have fresh tissue culture seedlings to supply the farmers to grow on. But we're here to celebrate this this handover of equipment, tools, and agricultural material from our friends, the Chinese. And this year, next month, March, we will celebrate 20 years of diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China. And I believe with all of the decisions that the government has taken, this was one of the most important decisions we took in the last 20 years, which has yielded tremendous benefits to the people of Dominica. The Chinese are our true friends. Not only in good times, you know your friends not in good times, but in bad and difficult times. And we have always been able to rely on the Chinese, the People's Republic of China, during our difficult times. And we didn't have to wait for for us to ask. They offered assistance. And now we've started to build some 7 schools across Dominica, fully grant funded by the Chinese government. Some have started and some on the way in site preparation to commence construction. 7 schools is a huge investment by way of financial investment in us. And so we're very grateful to this. And so our relationship is based on the shared understanding that there is but one China. And Dominica is in full support and adherence of the one China principle. And you know, sometimes people say, well, why is Kerry talking about the one China principle, and why is Dominica saying that it adheres to the one China principle? Because it is international law. The United Nations and all international organizations recognize that there is one China. So it is not, I'm just repeating this. It's not an invention of myself. And over 95% of the world recognize that there's but one China, and that Taiwan is part of China. And we have offered our assistance in whatever we can towards the peaceful reunification of the whole of China. And so, Ambassador, please convey our sincere gratitude and thanks to your government for this generous gift today, and for the many areas of cooperation and collaboration that we've had, and the benefits that we've gotten from your government over the last 20 years. And look forward to strengthening and deepening that relationship between our two countries, as we work not only on our bilateral relations, but in addressing broader international challenges of climate change and access to development financing for small developing countries like ours. So this is a great day for the farming community, for the farmers, for agriculture, for the Ministry of Agriculture, and for the people of Dominica. And our hope and prayer is that we will take advantage, or continue to take advantage, of what the Chinese Agriculture Technical Mission provides to us here in Portsmouth, and of course mushrooming across Dominica. Every single village in Dominica has benefited from the presence of the Chinese Agricultural Technical Mission, and we're most grateful for this. And I want to express our sincere gratitude and thanks to the head of the mission, who himself in all aspects is really a Dominican, you know, and is so well known among the farming community and among the agricultural people in Dominica. And so we're very grateful for your commitment and for the very excellent cooperation and collaboration which we've had over the last 18 or so years. So I want to again express our gratitude and let the Minister of Agriculture know that he has my personal support as the Prime Minister, and also the support of the entire government in pushing ahead agriculture. We have to push, we have to push, we have to push, we have to be unrelenting, and we have to remain focused, recognizing that agriculture is the backbone of our society, and we have to continue to invest in it, and introduce new technology, introduce new planting material, so that we can ensure the sustainability of agriculture in Dominica. And this is the firm commitment to the government, unwavering commitment to agriculture. It is left for all those who are involved in the sector to remain focused and to work more diligently to ensure that we can grow our economy. And of course, we've set ourselves the target of increasing the contribution of agriculture to the economy by $700 million. This is on a very extraordinarily ambitious endeavor. But if you do not set yourself high goals, then you won't achieve anything. And therefore, we have set ourselves a high goal, and it is left for us to measure, keep measuring our successes as the years go by. But I am very confident that with the strategy that we have for agriculture, the plan that we have for agriculture, the commitment of resources to agriculture, the collaboration that we have with partners like the Chinese government, I have no doubt we can achieve that objective. And of course, if we can, in a more aggressive manner, introduce technology in agriculture, I believe we can shorten the time by which we can achieve this objective. Again, thank you very much, Ambassador. I wanted to come here myself to express to your government and to yourself our gratitude on behalf of all the farmers of Dominica who are so elated for the presence of the Agriculture Technical Mission, but also for this assistance, all of which will go directly to the farmers of Dominica. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, for your constant reminder that we must eat local and grow local and focus on sustainable agriculture. We believe that is the way forward, applying technology and innovation to propel our way to 700 million contribution to our GDP by 2030. And so I recognize it's very hot, so I will not keep you there longer. So there's three more activity that we are going to conduct here this morning. The visit to the hydroponic demonstration system just across us. It's a system that can be applied by our farmers and schools, primary schools and secondary school. And then we will come back to the signing of the receiving of the materials and a small demonstration of these materials. And as indicated by previous speakers, we will take a visit to the tissue culture lab. So I want to thank the head table and the cabinet ministers, ambassadors, and technical missions, to everybody. So thank you very much. Our ceremony is closed, and I will invite you to visit the hydroponic. We'll allow the Prime Minister and the ambassador